The ones that were really interesting were when we had the young entrepreneurs. We
Oh, my
had two
goodness.
shows with the young entrepreneurs, and we worry sometimes, as older folk, we worry sometimes about the state of the world, what is going to happen. And when you speak to these young people, when you speak to these young entrepreneurs, it really eases your mind. You think, you know what? We're in good
They're fine.
hands.
They're fine.
Yeah, they are
They-
good.
I have two of them in my house. Well, not in my house, but and I had to learn firsthand what it's like to interact with millennials, and their mindset is so different because they, thank goodness, whatever we're still carrying with us from whatever the depression and all of those 50s, 60s coming into this space. Well, not even. It goes even further than that. It goes back to the 20s and all of that. All of that residual is kind of finishing up right now. So this new generation, so it's kind of ending with us. And because we kind of in between, I call us the transitional age group. Like we went from, there you go, my age, black and white TV to this.
Yes, absolutely.
Everything here. And that's the most amazing part to me. So trying to reason with kids and the way it used to be. Well, even our parents got to say the way it used to be, because my mom tells me stories of where they used to listen to the radio. They didn't even have TV, and imagine them before them. So it's about us to accept them for who they are, and for the technology has allowed them to come back with what we did not. We have to learn technology as it evolved. So we're constantly switching and adjusting. They showed up, it's there. That's their life. They don't know anything else.
Anything
so we
different.
cannot expect them to live any other way. This is their life. That's their phone. They figure out that it's not just for play, it's for work, it's for growth, it's for learning. They have figured it out. If it's for business, I mean, they just figure it out.
One thing that I find with this younger generation is that I think with our generation and previous generations, we've been very conditioned. And that conditioning still happens, but I just think that this generation now, the one that we're talking about, they are less susceptible to that conditioning. They truly have their own minds.
They are, and this is where there's a lot of push and pull right here, because again, it's all depending to the parents, at what mindset the parents are. So we still have the parents that want the status quo. Go to school, get a degree, get a good job you're going to do for the next 50 years of your life. Get married, have the kids, the white picket fence, blah, 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 blah. And the kids are saying, no way, look at you. You're not the example of what I want to follow, which is true. Kids don't learn from what we say. They learn from what they see. They mimic us. So if there's anything you want them to accomplish, you better be the one accomplishing it first. It's got to start with you, because it's not what you say. And we grew up in that household. Kids need to be seen and not heard, and be quiet and just follow the rules. And then we spend our whole life trying to please our parents. God forgive us. But anyway.
Yeah, but you're right. The kids now, they recognize that, they have to forge their own path. We had one of the guys in the studio, and he was saying, you know what? Your generation is the last generation that was able to unionize. Your generation is the last generation that could think about a pension at the end of your working life. These things are not available to us, so we have to see things very, very differently.
Yes.
And, they're not seeing the gig economy as something that holds them back. It was just amazing to see these talented, bright individuals saying, this is going to make me. I am going to use this to do good things in my life,
And I've written of this topic many times, because obviously I'm very attached and very committed to that age group, obviously because of my own kids. And what I was just saying earlier before the show start was I was able to create my life around my kids, because I kind of wanted to be a stay-at-home mom without really being a stay-at-home mom. So I was able to create all my work, all my passion around the kids so that I was still available to them. So, of course, I started out with, a dance studio. Where do you think they're going to take dance? With mommy, and I became the dance teacher at school. So all day they see me. We went to school together. We came home together. I was beyond a helicopter mom. I'm what they call now a drone mom. I'm like hovering a little bit too low here. But then there's a moment when they come into their own and the hand goes up and they say, boundaries, mom, back off. And it's like, oops, okay, it's time for me to back off. So pretty much around 18, 19, I had to tell them, this was a great journey. Thank you so much for the lesson. Because to me, it was a lesson for me, not just in parenting, but on my own personal development. I truly believe that as souls, we chose our parents. We choose our parents because we're here to evolve and what I call enhance and expand humanity and Christ consciousness. So on that note, I had to figure out how can I fit all of this in. So I chose my parents. So I had to go through what did I learn from them? What did I get out of that? And then when I thought I had figured it all out, I had kids. And they become the other side of my knowledge. They became another part of my challenge. And what I realized is whatever was not resolved with my parent relationship, my kids brought it back to me for me to resolve now as a parent myself. So it was an amazing learning journey for me. But at like 18, 19, I said, I've done it all. I've given you shelter, I've given you education, I've given you home and food and love and affection and all of that fun stuff. You're on your own now. And with that, I mean, I am there to be their...
Well, you're always there for them, their support.
I'm always there. I'm the cheerleader, of course. I'm the cheerleader. But now I don't jump in as the drone mom that I used to be. Now I ask if they come to me with any issue, there's only 2 questions. Do you need me to get involved or not? I love getting involved. I'm not going to say no. But if they say, no, I got it, I'm like, alrighty, I'm here. I'm here if you need me. So I had to learn to step back, and many parents don't know when it's time to step back. Yes. And these kids are amazing, and there's so much stuff about the millennials, they're lazy, they're this. I beg to differ. I'm telling you, these kids are clever, they're smart, they already figure it out, they're all business minded, they're focused, they already know what they want. It's just that they're going to do it their way, not our way, and we want them to do it our way. Cannot be. We live in a different world. We live, just the fact that technology is evolving so fast, and they get it, and they're on it. We're the transitional generation, so we're still catching up each time. We're catching up. They're already in it. They're just zooming by with that. Isn't that amazing?